Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, students, parents, teachers, guidance counselors. Welcome to NCU Connection. This is the place to be if you want to keep your education plans on track. My name is Byron Buckley. I'm the Director of Corporate Communications, Marketing and Public Relations here at NCU. And with me this evening is a team of administrators who will provide you with information to assist you in making up your mind, making that final decision to enroll at NCU, this beacon on the hill. So welcome. For the next hour and a half or so, we'll provide you with the information that you need. Let's just pause now for a word of prayer. Almighty God, we thank you for your providential care over each person and household present in this session. We thank you for Northern Caribbean University and the role it has played in education, in educating the nation for the last 115 years. Father, we ask for your guidance in our deliberation this evening. These mercies we ask in Jesus' name. Amen. I now invite Dr. Vivian Quarry, the Vice President for Academic Administration, to address you. Dr. Quarry.
Thank you, Mr. Buckley. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all, prospective students, parents, guardians, teachers, guidance counselors, and all other influencers in the field of education to this connection, where we will share some important information with you. And we anticipate that by the end of this process, those of you who plan to be at NCU will complete your applications, and that those who did not yet begin will start the process, ensuring that you complete it before the end of this evening's event. First of all, I would like to have you know that Northern Caribbean University is open for business. Yes, so although it is June 15, 2022, we are still inviting your applications to begin your classes for the fall semester of 2022. What do we mean by the fall semester? This is a semester that begins on August 29 and that ends towards the end of December. You will have 15 weeks of classes along with examinations. No, I know some of you are concerned about the fact that your CSEC results and your CAPE results may not have come in by that time. What is Northern Caribbean University doing for you? All of you, whether or not you have received your examination results, may feel free to come in, as long as there is a program in which you are interested, because we will be allowing all of you to do up to 12 credits, as in to register at the start of the process for 12 credits out of a possible 18. Once you have received your examination results and you qualify for a particular program, then we will allow you to do the additional registrations for one of our modular programs, in which there will be classes for you to engage in that will take you to your 18 semester credits up to the end of the fall semester in 2022. I also would like to have you know that many of you would have been aware that Northern Caribbean University functioned virtually for approximately 2 years. Given all that is happening around us right now, especially with the coronavirus raising its ugly head again, we are anticipating that we will accommodate all of our students using the mixed modality. This means that individuals who do not have classes that will necessitate them coming in to do laboratories, or if you do not have any practica, then you may stay at home. But once you have labs or practica or any field events that will necessitate your presence on this campus, then you may come in. This will be organized through your varying departments, and you will come in at the specified times indicated. Otherwise, you will continue working virtually through what we call the learning management system here at Northern Caribbean University, where you'll be able to access your classes. Additionally, I would like to let you know that we do accept students who have passed their CAPE subjects with 10 units or the equivalent of the CXC-AD. If you have applied for the CXC-AD, or if you have not yet applied but you qualify for the CXC-AD, I'm going to be asking you to do your applications through the CXC at this time as quickly as possible. But we do have an understanding with the CXC office that once it is that you're qualified, we will do an arrangement and we will anticipate that you will be able to come into Northern Caribbean University. Once you are qualified with the CXC-AD, this means the associate's degree, and then you will be able to go straight into year 3. Of course, you will need to do some qualifying courses while you are in year 3, but once you're able to keep up with all of your work, we should be able to have you completing your program by the end of 4 years. That is any bachelor's degree program with which you are entering with an AD. You should be able to complete at your pace, of course, by the time we get to the end of your 4 years. That is the additional 2 years plus the 2 years for your AD. I will pause at this time. I know some of you may have questions, and I'm prepared to take your questions after the others have presented. Thank you, Mr. Buckley.
Established in the year 1907, Northern Caribbean University, the largest private tertiary institution in Jamaica, has been offering quality, holistic education in an environment that is aesthetically pleasing and student-centered, producing beacons who change their world.
Owned and operated by the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, the Turks and Caicos Islands, and the Bahamas, with a student population representing over 35 countries. Northern Caribbean University is a blend of quality, liberal arts education, and cultural diversity.
Your future starts now. By enrolling in one of our in-demand degree programs, you can be part of a tradition of excellence spanning over 112 years. Our programs are internationally recognized and accredited by the University Council of Jamaica and the Adventist Accrediting Association. Here's what you can study at Northern Caribbean University in any one of our 4 colleges and 1 school. Discover the world of science and technology by pursuing a program under our College of Natural and Applied Sciences, Allied Health and Nursing. Pursue a degree or certificate in any one of these programs: nursing, dietetics, dental hygiene, computer information systems, computer science, information technology, agriculture, biochemistry, biological sciences, chemistry, mathematics, computer systems engineering, and electrical and electronic engineering.
Understand people, thinking, behavior, and society through the College of Humanities, Behavioral and Social Sciences. You can choose from Communication Studies, Counseling, Guidance Counseling, Social Work, Criminal Justice, Psychology, Family Life Education, Crime and Security Management, Music and Music Education, English and English Education, Spanish and Spanish Education, History and Visual Arts.
Discover the dynamic world of business by applying to the College of Business and Management. Study any one of our degree programs in Business Administration with an emphasis in Finance or Accounting, Management Studies with emphases in Human Resource Management, Marketing, Entrepreneurship, and Hospitality and Tourism Management. Or pursue a degree in Hospitality and Tourism Management, emphasizing in Food and Beverage Management, Travel and Tour, or Resort and Spa.
Answer the call to ministry or explore religious education in enlisting in the School of Religion and Theology. You can pursue a degree in Religion and Theology and a certificate in Christian Salesmanship.
Discover cutting-edge techniques in education and discover your leadership skills through the College of Education and Leadership. Choose from any one of our programs: the Bachelor of Arts and Science in Secondary Teacher Education, Primary Teacher Education, and Early Childhood Teacher Education.
Applying for NCU is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Browse our webpage at www.ncu.edu.jm to view our programs and matriculation requirements.
2. Begin, complete, and submit your online application by clicking the Apply Now option on our homepage. Ensure you complete all sections of your application, taking special note of your progress to the left of your screen.
3. Upload those supporting documents. Your application depends on how quickly you provide us with those documents.
Don't forget, you can visit our YouTube page for lots of exciting content on financing your tuition, student living, and the benefits of applying early. There's a place here for you at Northern Caribbean University. Remember, NCU builds character, creativity, and competence.
Good afternoon. It is a pleasure to greet you on behalf of the Department of Recruitment and Admissions. So now you are a little more aware of what Northern Caribbean University can offer to you, how we can change your life and place you on a path to success. What comes next? Next, what we'd like you to do is to submit an application. Currently, all our applications are being received, facilitated online. You can go right now to www.ncu.edu.jm and look for the Apply Now option. Once you start an application, the Department of Recruitment and Admissions provides weekly application support. We open our application Zoom room each Thursday evening at 6 p.m. where you can ask questions and receive guidance to complete the application process. All our accepted applicants will also benefit from pre-enrollment webinars. Now, these webinars are aimed at equipping you, our applicants, with the information and the support necessary prior to the orientation exercise. These sessions will provide, among other things, Financial guidance. We will be able to share with you student aid opportunities and expose each accepted applicant to our student management system, the ARAN platform. These systems in the department are established so that we can engage with all categories of our accepted students, so that we can prepare you for the coming academic year. Here's how you can contact the Department of Recruitment and Admissions to get support as you complete that application. You can use any one of these avenues. You can call us or send us a message at 876-372-7662 or 876-338-3278. Allow me to repeat, 876-372-7662 or 876-338-3278. Or you may send us an email at recruitmentandadmissions@ncu.edu.jm. We've also made available a chat agent that is on our website. As soon as you visit the NCU website at ncu.edu.jm, you will be assisted by a live chat agent who is at your fingertips. All of these systems have been established and put in place so that through NCU, we can help you to develop character, creativity, and competence. Allow us to give you an idea and to share with you some of those programs, not only that are on the main campus, but those programs that are currently offered through our regional campuses located in Kingston, Montego Bay, and St. Anne's Bay. At the campus at the East Jamaica Regional Campus, we offer degree programs to include, as you're seeing on your screen, the Associate Degree in Business Administration, Information Technology, Social Work. We also offer bachelor's programs to include those that you're seeing on your screen: Business Administration, Management Studies, Social Work, and in Counseling. We also want to share with you that we have a campus located in St. Anne's Bay, catering to North Jamaica. This is our North Jamaica Regional Campus located in St. Anne's Bay, offering programs to include business administration, management studies, social work, early childhood education, and so on. Let's just share with you what is offered at our West Jamaica Regional Campus located right there in Montego Bay. The Montego Bay campus offers both day and evening options in programs such as the Bachelor's in Early Childhood Education, Primary Teacher Education beyond the diploma level, Primary Teacher Education, secondary teacher education, as well as degrees in social work. It is critical that we point out that all of our regional campuses located in Kingston, Montego Bay, and St. Anne's Bay caters to evening applicants. And so if by chance you are currently a working professional and it is your desire to return to the tertiary level to study an associate degree or a bachelor's degree, there are modular programs that would be able to facilitate you in the evenings. Our modular classes begin at 5:30 p.m. and they go all the way up to 8:30 p.m. So you may not necessarily choose the day option, but we've crafted the evening option just for you. In addition to the programs offered on the West Jamaica Regional Campus in Montego Bay, we also offer the Bachelor of Science in Counseling, the Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, and the Bachelor of Science in Psychology. We've already shared with you some of the programs that are offered on the Mandeville campus, our main campus right here in Mandeville. They have been shared with you in the categories of our colleges and our school. Now, just for emphasis, the first college that we'd like to highlight is the College of Business and Management, where you can choose to do degree programs in all of the ones that you're seeing on your screen. That's our first college, the College of Business and Management. To move on now to the College of Education and Leadership, where we offer degree programs at in the 3 levels of education here: early childhood teacher education, primary teacher education, and secondary teacher education. And I must make special mention of one of our newer programs, the Bachelor of Arts in Special Education, that is now offered right here at NCU. Next, we move on to our next college, and that college is the College of Humanities, Behavioral and Social Sciences, offering both associate and bachelor's degrees in many of the areas that you're seeing on your screen. That is from the College of Humanities, Behavioral and Social Sciences. Not only do our colleges offer associate and bachelor's programs, but our colleges will also offer certificate programs as well. So that's the College of Humanities, Behavioral and Social Sciences. Next, we go to the College of Natural and Applied Sciences, Allied Health and Nursing. This particular college offers a wide array of science-based programs to include many of our in-demand programs currently, but we also want to make note that we do offer associate degrees in programs such as agriculture, programs such as biology, programs such as agribusiness, and so on. There are other bachelor's programs that this particular college will offer, to include dietetics, dental hygiene, environmental science, and computer information systems and engineering is also offered under this college as well. We must make mention, because we understand that there is a great demand for our nursing program. And so even as we make mention of nursing, we must let you know that applications for nursing have closed. They will reopen in October 2022 for the next academic year. And then finally, we go to the School of Religion and Theology, where you are able to choose from programs such as the Associate Degree in Religion or the Bachelor of Arts in Religion, and the applicant is able to choose to focus in any discipline, having a minor, or in pastoral ministry. Under our graduate department or graduate college, we offer postgraduate certification in a number of areas, as you're seeing on your screen. I just want to make special mention of them. We offer the postgraduate certificate in application development, in entrepreneurship, in finance, in general management. We also offer postgraduate certificates in information technology, in information security, in marketing, in management, in network administration, in technology management, and we also offer the postgraduate diploma in education as well. Our graduate programs continue, offering the doctoral programs in biology, in counseling psychology, in education with emphases, with various emphases, also in educational psychology, the master's program in agricultural science, as well as the MBA program, in addition to the master's in biology with various emphases as well, and the master's in counseling psychology. We continue with our master's programs including education, environmental science, information systems, the Master of Public Health with various emphases again, the Master of Science in Science Education, also having various emphases. In addition, we offer graduate studies in religion and theology by way of the Inter-American Adventist Theological Seminary, and classes are held on the main campus right here in Mandeville. All right, so we've just given you a snapshot of the programs that are offered right here at Northern Caribbean University. The Department of Recruitment and Admissions is ready and willing to support you through the application process, because we want you to make a difference, not only in this life, but in the world to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Donnie Linton. He is the Assistant Director for Recruitment and Admissions. Thank you very much, sir. So you've been hearing all this information about how you can finalize your decision to enroll in NCU. We're going to be giving you some more information, and then right after that, we're going to, we're inviting you from now to start putting your queries and questions in the chat so we can line them up so we can respond to your queries and the questions that you may have. Right now, I'm going to invite Mrs. Carolyn Smith, who is the Interim Vice President for Student Services, to bring some remarks.
Thank you so much, Mr. Buckley. Permit me, everyone, to extend the welcome to you, prospective students, parents, teachers, guidance counselors, and our faculty members who have joined us in the audience and online. We welcome you with open arms to the NCU family. Once you join this family, you are part of us for life. We're looking forward to having you join our family. First, my few remarks will be in two sections. One, great news. Now, Dr. Quarry spoke earlier, and she indicated that we are still accepting applications for the fall 2022 semester. But because I'm aware that some of you have joined late, I'm reiterating that item. So we're still open, we're still receiving applications. Two, to support that, we are, for the period beginning today until July 15, waiving the $2,000 application fee. And wow, we are doing that. So you have a short window within which to complete your application. And you will, once you contact Recruitment and Admissions, they will tell you how to benefit from this waiver. Here's a third good news. The first 100 applicants during this period will be granted a tuition grant of 60,000 Jamaican dollars, $30,000 of which will be applied once you register for fall, and the balance will be applied in a subsequent year. Good news number 4. If you were a student and you, for whatever reason, you paused your studies and you're wishing to continue, here's your good news. You will also be offered a tuition grant of $50,000, half of which will be applied for the fall semester and the remainder during a subsequent year. Dr. Quarry spoke earlier about the pre-acceptance, and I hope you paid keen attention to that. But if you're a student studying in another institution, another tertiary institution, and you wish to transfer to NCU, you can be granted transfer credits. So please contact the Department of Recruitment and Admissions for further details. Since the application period is still open, we're encouraging you to make use of it. Don't sit at home saying, well, I don't have my CXCs yet. You can apply under the pre-acceptance model. And commendations for those who applied for the early bird scholarships. Now, 17 persons were awarded bursaries of 100,000 Jamaican dollars. And I want to give you all the recipients, a round of applause. Congratulations. We are looking forward to your excellent performance while you're here. My second task is to give you a few notices. Now, the first, because I'm so convinced that all of you online, all your relatives, all your friends will be here for fall, I want you to make note of our orientation date. Orientation is an exercise through which we onboard you to the family, formally into the academic programs and to our social and support programs as well. So mark the date. August 24 to 26. And here's the good news. This year, for the first time, you'll have the opportunity of deciding which modality you will join. Now, you will be privileged to come here physically for the orientation exercises, or if you so choose, you may join remotely. And those details will be provided to you in your email. So again, note the date, August 24 to 26. Some of you are asking questions about the placement test dates, and there may be one in July. That date will be communicated, but definitely make note, if you did not do it before, the next date that has been confirmed right now is August 10. Now, if you are an international student, meaning you are outside of Jamaica and you are uncertain, you have any particular questions about how to get to Jamaica, there is a department that is specifically designed to provide support for you, the International Student Services, and I'll give you an email address. The person who is coordinating that function is Mr. Charles Evans. The email address is iss@ncu.edu.jm. Also, if you are interested in residing in one of our halls of residence, you are privileged to do so. Details are online, but you may email us, Student Services, and we'll direct you to the appropriate dorm. Lastly, for students who have, during your study in high school, been supported because you have an academic disability, NCU is willing to support you here during your journey with academic accommodation for students with disability. If you are qualified for this, you may email us at Student Services, no space between, at ncu.edu.jm. We're looking forward to engaging with all of you. We're looking forward to welcoming all our new students. We thank our guidance counselors, our parents, our stakeholders for your support. And we are giving you the assurance that when you enroll in NCU, when you entrust us with your youngsters, we will work with you to provide them the highest quality Christian education. God bless you all.
Thank you, Mrs. Smith. We're going to invite Mr. Philip Williams, who is the Director of Student Finance, to come and share with you just how we can go about financing your tertiary education. Mr. Williams.
I am particularly pleased to share in this session. Let me use the opportunity to say welcome to our prospective students and the parents, guardians, and other support who will be making their NCU dream a reality. May I use the opportunity to say welcome to the faculty staff, the administrators who are online, and those who are present here in this session. We really appreciate your presence. So students, prospects, you have signed up those application forms. They are in. You have gotten an acceptance letter. You are also excited, but then reality starts to chip in. How am I going to do this? Well, I guess only a few of you are thinking that, because most of you, your parents, would have been planning for your education since birth. So, for the few of you who you are not seeing the funds of yet, let me just talk you through something. The government of Jamaica is very accommodating of its citizenry, and especially our young people who are desirous of acquiring tertiary education. Thus, the Student Loan Bureau, they have revised, reviewed, modernized, amended, adjusted, you name it, the terms and conditions to make loans accessible and available to our students, including reducing the interest rates. May I rephrase that? Significantly reducing the interest rates and also reducing the number of guarantors required for students to access student loan. You would recall that 2 years ago, a student would require 2 guarantors in order to get the student loan, to become qualified for a student loan, which proved a challenge. But the government, having reviewed, they have made that adjustment, and now you are only required to have one guarantor in order to get a student loan. And you would have recalled that the interest rates, they are down to 9.5%. That's a deal you cannot afford to miss. So, just to advise that the student loan application date is now open. It has been open since June 1, just about 13, 14 days ago. If you are considering the SLB as an option to financing your education, you can log on to the student loan website. That's www.slbja.com. www.slbja.com, and you can begin your application process there. We would hope that you will be quick on the draw in terms of filling out your application, so that by the time the semester would have begun, your application would be at least a D status. That would mean that all your paperwork would have been completed, and that you are now at the stage where your documentation is being reviewed and disbursement is going to take place. It makes the process a lot easier when you are at that stage. So the SLB is a very wonderful option to be considered for financing your academic preparation here. Other ways in which you can earn some money is through the JAMVAT program, the Jamaica Values and Attitude program. You would recall that through that program, you are able to earn up to 30% of your tuition. 30% of your tuition. Of course, conditions apply. The condition is that you need to complete 200 volunteer hours at an approved location. Now, if you are contemplating, and I'm suggesting that you do, because that is sure money once you are able to identify the site, you can touch base with the Student Aid Office, Scholarship and Student Aid Office right here at NCU, headed by Mrs. Donna Fraser, and she will guide you through the application process, and then the ministry will go through the site evaluation, ensure that the site is among the approved sites, and once those 200 hours have been completed, you will get 30% of your tuition. So SLB, the JAMVAT, for those students who were on PATH, the PATH program, during your high school years, having been enrolled now at NCU, you are still able to access funds from the PATH program. In fact, you are able to access $100,000 annually from the PATH program. Again, you can touch base with the Office of Scholarships and Student Aid. In fact, their email address is scholarships-and-student-aid@ncu.edu.jm. You can complete the application process there, and that office will work with you to ensure that once you've applied, the funds will be sent to your account. You will get $100,000 towards your studies for the year. And trust me, from where I sit, $100,000, it goes a long, very long way. In addition, when you get to your final year, so you're thinking way ahead, there is a Ministry of Labor, Social Security, their SIP program. There is a SIP program where they provide support for final year students, and they will provide up to the full amount of your tuition. So you want to be planning ahead and thinking of different government sources of funding. The SIP ought to be considered among your list of options. Of course, right here at NCU, there are limited scholarships available. You are always encouraged to look online at the list of available scholarships to see if you meet the criteria. And if you have, you can do your application, and hopefully you will be shortlisted and be one of the few recipients for one of the few available scholarships that we have here at NCU. I cannot leave without advising that we have a work-study program. Of course, there is limitations where that is concerned. There are limitations where that is concerned. You know that the law of supply and demand will take effect here. There are more seekers of jobs than jobs available. So usually the distribution is based on first come one and your ability, your capacity to perform the function for which you would have applied. But limited student jobs are available, and the earnings from those jobs, they will go towards your tuition, because the arrangement with the government of Jamaica is to ensure that it is used for tuition purposes, which is why it is not taxed. Okay, so I have mentioned the SLB, I've mentioned the JAMVAT, I've mentioned the PATH program. We have talked briefly about scholarships and, of course, the work and travel program. No, well, the scholarships program. Having completed your first year, and if you maintain your grade point average, your GPA 1, 2, you are doing a minimum of 12 credits, you are able to participate in the summer work program, work and travel program we call it locally. There are many service providers in Jamaica. We have a department on campus which bridges the gap between you and those service providers, and you will be able to, during the summer months, go overseas, North America usually, US and Canada, and you can work and earn finances towards your education for the upcoming academic year. So I want you to place that in your consciousness, having completed your first year, that among your options would be the summer work and travel program. Now I know some of you have your funds already and you are eager to pay them over. May I suggest that you do not have to wait until August, when school begins, to start remitting those funds. There are several options available to you, and I will cite a few just now. Bill Express or Paymaster, if you have those within proximity, I'm suggesting that you use that option to pay your school fees. When you go to the facility, they will ask you for your account number. The account number is your school ID number that would have been placed in your acceptance letter. You would have received an acceptance letter, and it would have indicated that you are the bearer of a particular student ID, whether 2022-00, well, it's an 8-digit number. That would represent your ID number. So you turn up to Bill Express, morning, sir, I'd like to pay school fees for Northern Caribbean University. What is your ID number or your account number? You will provide that information to them. Within a couple days, your account will be updated with that information. In addition, you can do your regular online bill payment, whether you're at the Scotiabank, Sagicor, NCB, whichever online banking platform you are on, you will go in, look for Northern Caribbean University among the list of payees. Of course, the account number there should be 501-021-520. Repeat, 501-021-520. 021-520. So any one of your online banking platform should have NCU as a payee, and you could make your payments there. Other option, as soon as you have activated your AE Orion, of course, you would have learned about that among the list of program sessions with the recruitment department. You will be using the student management system. We call it the AE Orion. And you would have that activated, and through the AE Orion, you are able to use your debit card, credit card to make payments directly to your account, or for that matter, if you have somebody who is providing you with financial support and the person is not within your proximity, it has a feature where the person can do what we call a third-party payment. You provide a third-party payment key, which is there on the system. You hit that button, generates the key, sends it to the individual, and they will have direct access to your profile, and then will be able to make payments to your account. Now, I think I've exhausted my time, but let me say, we have heard within the news, the media, about institutions making adjustments of their school fees, etc., etc. At one point we saw where one institution was making adjustments in excess of 50+%. And you know, there's a lot of unease among students where this is concerned. You'd have heard that Northern Caribbean University would have made a slight adjustment in its fees. The truth is, for the last 60 years or more, there has been no adjustments to our fees. Northern Caribbean University, having looked at its realities, we have made a 5% adjustment. 5%. Notice I said 5. That's 0.05 decimal. 5% adjustments to our school fees. And if you need to talk more with us here, you can contact us at the following number, 618, take this down, 618-1652, that's 618-1652, and you can ask to be transferred to extension 7224, 7226, or 7228. So the number 618-1652, extension 7224, 7226, or 7228. Or you may choose to send an email to Student Finance, one word, Student Finance, at ncu.edu.jm. We are here to serve you. We are anxious to serve you right here at NCU, the Student Finance Office. Looking forward to hearing from you. Looking forward to seeing you enrolled. God bless you. Have a wonderful session.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Thank you very much, colleagues who have spoken so far. I want to acknowledge the presence of some of our faculty and administrators who are online. They're actually answering some of the questions in the chat. And also to recognize Mrs. Daly, who is here with us, head of the Communication Studies Department. I'm going to read some questions here and ask members of the panel to answer. I think Dr. Quar, this one sounds like you. Maybe Abian came on after you spoke. She's asking, will the school be going face-to-face?
Thank you so much for that question. Now, I indicated a little earlier that we'll be continuing our virtual education. It will be primarily blended as we were doing over the last 2 years. We plan to continue this until the end of December, certainly. And students will be updated afterwards because we plan to make our decisions based on our realities within the nation and within the university. But for this, the fall semester of 2022, we plan to continue using the blended modality. What does this mean? That for those of you who have classes for which you do not need to be on campus, you will do all of those courses virtually using the LMS, our learning management system, and you would have heard mentioned Orion. That is the system that has been developed by individuals at Northern Caribbean University. So this is the plan. If it is that you have labs, that is if you do programs or courses that include labs, you will need to be physically present to do your labs, to do your clinical rotations, to do your practica, anything that will make you need to be on campus. You will be told when you may come. This does not mean that you must live on campus at that time if you live in Jamaica. But those arrangements are usually done through the departments in which you would have applied, and they will let you know. And the teachers have been doing a great job. As a matter of fact, for even some of the labs that we have, our teachers have been working with our students virtually, and they are asked to come on campus only for those areas of their laboratory sessions for which they must. All right? So please bear this in mind.
Dr. Kaur, you want to just go and answer Zeta's question, do I have to complete the 7-year high school program before I can start school at NCU, or can I just complete fifth form?
Thank you so much for that question. I would like to have you know, students, parents, all of you, that the government of Jamaica, having announced that they anticipate that all of our students will be engaged in the sixth form program, they also have acknowledged that for them, the sixth form program does not only mean a traditional sixth form in one of our traditional high schools. Sixth form for the government of Jamaica at this time includes years 1 and 2 in a college or university. So, after you have completed your studies at your high school of choice, if it is that you find that from the list that Mr. Linton read for you, or from the list that you heard being presented online, if there is an associate's degree, and please take note of that, if there is an associate's degree that you wish to pursue, for which you plan to be qualified based on the subjects you have done, and based on the subjects you would have passed, that information you would get after the results are out, then you would be able to do these 2 years at Northern Caribbean University. So please bear this in mind. Years 1 and 2 of your bachelor's degree program, which would take you to the end of an associate's degree, will be considered by the government of Jamaica as the sixth form program, years 1 and 2. That would be years 12 and 13. This does not mean that you must stop at the associate's degree, because if it is that you wanted to continue a bachelor's degree in the same area, all you need to do is come in, complete those 2 years. Once you are successful, then you may feel free to continue to do your bachelor's degree. Also bear in mind that while I cannot speak categorically regarding all of you who may get assistance from the government of Jamaica, I have been reliably advised that for those of you who qualify, that means you'd have passed a minimum of 5 CSEC subjects, inclusive of mathematics and English, that you would be able to prospectively get some kind of financial support to the tune of 80,000 Jamaican dollars per academic year. So please bear this in mind. So come on over to Northern Caribbean University, and we will be able to accommodate you for years 12 and 13 of a sixth form program, which would be the foundation or an associate's degree program, which would allow you now to move forward to do a bachelor's degree in the area that you would have selected.
Thank you, Dr. Corey. There's a question here, I think, Mr. Linton, for you, from Nadine Young. It says, are applicants still required to sit an entrance exam?
Yes. Yes, applicants are at this time required to sit an entrance exam. There is, however, a stipulation. There are applicants, and I want to highlight this as well. There might be applicants who are transferring from another tertiary institution. If it is that you are transferring from another tertiary institution and you indicate to us that you have covered a certain amount of courses, whether you've done 1 or 2 years, then you can be exempted from the placement examination. In addition, if there are applicants who have done CAPE level communication studies or CAPE level mathematics, and you have achieved a grade 1, 2, or 3, you can also receive an exemption from the placement examination. So outside of those 2 categories, all of our incoming students would be required to sit the placement examination.
If I may follow up on that a bit, Mr. Buckley. You would note that Mr. Linton indicated towards the end that it's a placement examination. It is a placement examination. Once you are accepted, qualified for entry at Northern Caribbean University, bearing in mind that within each college there are specific requirements. However, this examination is not really an entrance examination per se, because it does not determine whether or not you remain at Northern Caribbean University. What that does, it is placement examinations for mathematics and English, and this determines which of our classes, at what level you enter the university for both English and mathematics. For some programs, there are other arrangements in place, but as a general principle, what Mr. Linton indicated is that we do placement exams. We are not doing entrance exams at all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Quarry. There's a question here from Roshane. What are the requirements of a student wanting to apply for criminal justice program and would have completed secondary education in the United States of America? What would apply there? So, finish high school in the U.S. and wants to do criminal justice program here.
It would depend on what the student has finished in whichever program, whether overseas or locally. Because for the criminal justice program, naturally we anticipate that students would have their English foundation courses, and of course you know that we require English and mathematics. And we also anticipate that we'd have students doing some kind of area in the legal field, and we also anticipate that our students would have done courses such as sociology, history, and combinations of those courses, because there are options that are available there. Yes, but the students would have had to successfully complete high school. Yes, would have had to qualify for entrance in this university. And as I'm speaking about this, I'd like to let you know that we have a pre-university program, because there are individuals who may qualify for entry into the university, but you may not qualify for entry into your program of choice. And we do have a pre-university program which would allow you to enter the university, do a number of credits. Yes, it depends again on the number of courses that you would need to do at the CSEC level, but anywhere between 6 and 9 credits you would be allowed to do, and in some instances, if you have passed everything and only need to do 1 subject at the CSEC level, then you'd be free to be able to do a maximum of 12 credits and also do your preparation for 1 course in the CSEC examination. So all of this is determined by and large by that which the student has completed at the high school level, especially if you're talking about the GED, entering with the GED, yes, and whatever other, yes, the AP also, and I don't know if they still do SAT, yes, but whatever it is, all of those kinds of qualifications, once the student comes, then we would look at that which they have passed, and we would make that determination, but that would not preclude you from entry to the university, because you would be able to still do some university courses, even as you prepare yourself for that which you may need to have, which you did not pass at whichever institution you were at.
Okay. And if I might just add, Mr. Buckley, that through an entity called the Overseas Examination Council, a student who is transitioning from another country is able to receive something that is called a certificate of equivalency, which means that your qualification in the territory which you are coming from would be assessed to determine what subjects it would be equivalent to in our local context.
Thank you, thank you. There's a question here from Sonique. I'm not certain if she came in afterward. It says, when do those applications close off? But I think we already said that with the extended application period, we're going to be, and with a special discount on the grants, it's going to be July 15. July 15, except for nursing, that has closed already. So we are still open for applications up to July 15, and there is no a special incentive where you get a grant of $50,000, $60,000. Is there any other question?
Mr. Buckley, if you don't mind, there was one here, but I do not know that we have fully addressed. It is, I've heard that students still go to classes living on the campus. Is it because of the course that they are doing? Sometimes students are on campus primarily because they want to work, all right? Other than the students who need to be here, there are some who decide to come in because they want to work. But outside of that, because of the challenges that we have faced as a nation with access to computers, access to the internet and all of that, there are students who have chosen to come to live on this campus so that they can get access to our laboratories. So we do have computers within our laboratories, and we have internet access. We also have libraries in which our students can come in and get access to, and by this I mean they may enter online, or they may enter face-to-face in our spaces here. But as Mr. Linton indicated to you, we have some regional campuses. The West Jamaica Regional Campus in Montego Bay, that is just beside the Cornwall Regional Hospital. We have the North Jamaica Regional Campus in St. Anne's Bay. And we also have the East Jamaica Regional Campus right on Halfway Tree Road. And any student, whether or not you are an adult learner or whether or not you plan to take classes on those campuses, if it is that you are living in Portland, St. Mary, St. Thomas, and in Kingston and St. Andrew, even across St. Catherine, and you find you do not have access, whether it is to a laptop, computer, or to the internet, you may feel free to make the requisite arrangements with those regional sites, and you can go in and use the facilities there to do your classes. So please bear that in mind all across our regional campuses. And those of you who live in and around the region of Manchester and in Mandeville, you may feel free to make those arrangements to come on the Mandeville campus here so that you can access our laboratories, which can accommodate probably the most of the students. We can accommodate more than 80 students in our laboratory spaces here, but please make sure you make the arrangements, because very often we have a lot of students who make these arrangements and we have limited resources. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Quarry. There is a follow-up question, and either yourself or Mr. Linton can answer it. Ashley is asking, also, if I did CSEC math am I exempt from the placement exam?
No. It does not mean that at all. Yes, whether or not you pass math and English at the CSEC level, you would be still required to do the mathematics and English placement tests. The truth of the matter is that there are 1 or 2 programs, depending on what you're doing, that will provide you with options, but as a general principle, people only get exempted if they would have passed the subjects at CAPE and at the standard that is required by our university. Thank you.
So to reiterate the point though, placement exams determine the level of course you do. So if you did maths placement exam, all it does is determine the level maths course you'll have to do. Same thing for English. It's not about exemption or so on, it's about what level maths course you start doing at the university. Okay. All right, we're about to wrap. If there are no more questions, and any more questions coming in, we were very happy, ladies and gentlemen, prospective students, that you joined us tonight so that you could be informed about how you can get connected to NCU. We trust that you were informed, and that if you have queries, you can send them into the recruitment admissions email. I'm going to ask Mr. Linton to repeat what that email is and what your WhatsApp phone numbers are and so on. I was particularly interested in Mr. Williams' presentation. I didn't know there was so much free government money out there, but it sounds like what we need to do, parents, guardians, is to look at what these programs are. They take some time, some of them is red tape, but take the time, fill out the forms, get the reference, and that's money in the bank, as Mr. Williams said. Can you imagine 100,000 up front? So we are waiting for you to come and join the NCU family. As Dr. Quarry said, maybe in December we'll look again at where we are and decide to come face to face, but right now we are blended. The classes are held virtually, but those people who have to come in to do labs and clinicals and field work, you're free to come and do that. So I want to thank you. If there are no other questions, Mr. Mosquera, any other questions coming for us? No? I want to thank you all for joining us tonight for this NCU Connection. It won't be the last, and it's not the first. Have I said it right? It's the first, but it won't be the last. Thank you again, faculty, for supporting us. Thank you for those who are online who have been answering the questions in the chat. And
yes, I just want to, Mr. Buckley, just emphasize, well, one more time, our contact numbers. So this is how you can connect with the Department of Recruitment and Admissions. You can give us a call or send us a message at 876-372-7662, or you can connect with us at 876-338-3278, or you may send us an email at recruitmentandadmissions@ncu.edu.jn. Once again, we want to remind you something that Vice President Carolyn Smith had mentioned. There is a special discount that is on offer between July 15 today and June 15 today and July 15. So I believe Mrs. Smith had said our first 100 applicants who will touch the online platform, the application portal. That offer goes up until July 15, so we're looking forward to seeing those applications coming in. And finally, we want to make mention too, again, that we have application support which is ongoing. Those application support sessions happen every Thursday evening at 6 p.m. We have them on the Zoom platform. And once you connect with us via telephone or through email, you can be able to get the login information for that kind of support.